Nursing school is not just hard, it's a battlefield. Every lecture, every exam, every clinical shift, it can feel like you are fighting for your future. Here's the truth. Some students survive it and some don't. So if you are serious about graduating, passing the NCLEX, but also stepping into the career of your dreams, you need to know the real do's and don'ts of nursing school, especially in 2025 when everything is more competitive, more digital, and more demanding than ever before. Take it from me, I am a nursing professor. I've been teaching nursing for over 5 years. I teach undergraduate students, LPNs, and RN. I am here to give you the blueprint, the exact thing that I wish somebody would have told me when I started nursing school years back. Grab a notebook because this could literally change your entire nursing journey. Let's talk about the do's, okay? The things that will set you apart from the average nursing student. You have to stay organized. Like ridiculously organized, okay? I'm not talking about like having a cute planner that you write on it once or twice and forget about it. I mean sitting down every Sunday night, planning out your entire week. I mean lecture, clinical, study time, but also assignment. If you don't have a system that tracks what's due, when it's due, you are already setting yourself up for unnecessary stress and failure, right? Nursing school is non-stop deadline, and missing one can snowball real fast. You also have to prioritize understanding over memorization. Memorizing facts will get you to a couple quizzes, but it will not make you a safe nurse, okay? And it will not get you past the NCLEX. You need to focus on why things are happening to the system, to the patient. So why does hypokalemia cause muscle weakness, okay? Why does a patient with left-sided heart failure experience pulmonary congestion? Right? The more you truly understand the why, the easier it will be for you to answer critical thinking questions on the exam, but also in real life. Another big one is do not waste your time going for group study. Okay? Focus on small ones, even yourself if possible. And when people actually study when they meet, okay? Because we all know when we meet for a group study, the entire time we don't really spend that studying, right? It's either talking, catching up on stuff, but you need to be very mindful of your time while you're in nursing school. If you choose to go and study in group, please be mindful of who you're studying with, and then also how comfortable, how knowledgeable are you with the topic that you are studying, and what is your goal when you go meet your friends, right? Because you want to learn as well. So you don't want to feel like, well, I wasted time. I could have stayed home and learned better or learned by myself. Okay, so you want a group that is serious, committed, and where there's actually study, not just to gossip or to waste time. Meeting once or twice a week with people who's hold you accountable can seriously boost your understanding. Don't be afraid to ask for help early. Do not wait for you to be deep in or struggling. Ask for help early. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. If you don't understand something, like for instance fluid and electrolyte or cardiac rhythm, anything, whatever it is, do not wait until you are failing to get help. Go to your professor, book tutoring session, and find study resources online. Please fix the small misunderstanding before it can turn into a major gap that can tank your grades. Another thing that made a huge difference for me was practicing NCLEX style questions. Okay, every single week, even in my first semester, like as soon as you start nursing school, start practicing. I didn't wait until the last semester of nursing school to start practicing questions. No, start early. Train your brain to think the way NCLEX want you to think. You can use resources like HEI. I know more schools offer that, but also UWords. They are really good and worth every penny if you use them consistently. And lastly, please take care of your body. Nursing school will have you thinking like it's normal to pull an all-nighter, live off of coffee and never exercise. But if you are sleep deprived and running on junk food, your brain can now retain information. So protect your body, protect your energy by getting at least 7 hours of sleep, as much as you can, okay? And also eating real food and try to move your body, even if it's just walking around the blocks. Your mind will thank you, and so will your grades. Now, let's get into the don'ts, okay? The mistake that even smart students make all the time. First, don't try to study everything the night before an exam. Nursing school is way too detailed for that. You may have gotten away with doing that in high school or even during your prereqs, but in nursing school, studying like that will leave you overwhelmed, anxious, but also struggling to remember anything during your exam. It actually happened to me. I literally went blank during my exam. I couldn't remember anything. So it was the worst experience ever. So you need to be studying little by little, days or even weeks before the exam. Also, don't compare yourself to other students. Seriously, I know it's very tempting. You hear what people grades are, what clinical placement they have, or how many practice questions they have done, but none of that defines your journey. Someone else A doesn't make your B less valid. Someone else getting the ICU position doesn't mean that you are not smart enough. Stay focused on your own path. Another thing is don't skip clinical preparation. Clinical are not just about showing up and looking busy. You need to review your patient's medication, your lab results, your diagnosis the night before if possible. But also, once you look at the patient medication, try to find out why they're taking those medications. For instance, if your patient is on Lasix, right? Try to find out why the patient is on Lasix or what to expect for someone with congestive heart failure. If you do that, you are going to stand out in the best way to your instructor, but also the clinical site. And more importantly, you feel way more comfortable taking care of real patients. Here's another thing. Don't neglect your mental health. Nursing school will challenge you academically, physically, but also emotionally. If you are feeling anxious, burnout, or defeated, you have to address it to your professor, to your loved one, okay? Normalize therapy, normalize journaling, normalize prayer, normalize talking to your loved one. Normalize whatever it is that helps you stay centered. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as passing your classes. Another nursing don't, okay, is don't rely on lecture slides. Lecture slides are usually condensed information of the real information that you should know. They are not enough on their own. So read the textbook, watch YouTube videos, and listen to podcasts if you can. Look at case studies, do more questions. The more angles you expose yourself to, the deeper your understanding will be. And finally, don't wait until the final semester for you to start thinking about the NCLEX. Your NCLEX preparation starts day one of nursing school. Every concept you learn builds the foundation for that exam. The sooner you start practicing questions, reviewing test strategy, and also familiarizing yourself with the NCLEX, the easier it's going to be when graduation comes around. Here's the truth. Nursing school is one of the hardest things you ever do. Okay? However, it is also the most beautiful things, right? It's such a beautiful career to be able to do to people what they can never do back to you. You are literally becoming the kind of person that saves life. Every late night, every early morning, every tear, every sacrifice, it's shaping you to the nerve that somebody's mother, somebody's child, somebody's husband or wife will one day thank. Don't just survive nursing school in 2025, dominate it. Okay, walk into those classroom and clinical with your head high. Know you are capable and also you are prepared and you are worthy of this calling. Yes, it's hard, but it is doable. If I did it, you surely can do it as well. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your fellow nursing students who might need a little bit of encouragement today. You got this. I will be here cheering you up every step of the way, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Bye-bye.